So I wanted to make this video because I was actually really shocked at how much of a relief and difference I felt when I decided that when I'm getting a new phone, I'm not going to transfer the data from the old phone onto the new one. Instead, I'm going to factory reset the old phone and turn it in, and I'm going to just start fresh. And it's the fact that it took me 5 minutes to figure out how to record on this new phone, which, by the way, look at this, guys, it's broken. It's fucking broken. I don't know what happened. The screen just popped off, so I had to get a new phone. And it's so shocking to me because these days everything that we store is on our phone. It's like when you delete things from your phone, when you delete pictures, it's like you are deleting those chapters of your life. And that's literally what it felt like. I cried when I clicked factory reset on this phone, which, by the way, it like barely even functions, but it states factory reset now. I cried because it felt like when I'm deleting everything, I am deleting not just the data, I'm deleting my past. And of course, I uploaded everything to iCloud because I wanted to save my notes and my journaling entries, which I was journaling on my phone. But we don't think about the fact that sometimes, especially this day and age, we don't really live life as much as we used to. Most of it is stored in here. And so if you have pictures of your exes, if you have pictures of your friends, it's like those things are a constant reminder, and energetically they are tied to this device. It's just like clothing. Every time, like, I'm thinking of this too, that every time you wear certain clothing, every time you touch certain items, you are quite literally plugging back into that energy with which you were experiencing life when you had those things with you, or you had those things on you. So if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling like you want a new life, I would encourage you to wipe your phone, everything. Don't, yes, you will feel sad. I am telling you, I cried, and I was surprised at the fact that I cried. I was like, why am I crying? It's just my phone, it's just data. I have everything backed up on iCloud if I want to look at it, but I'm not transferring nothing to my new phone because, again, I wanted a complete fresh start on my life, and I was just feeling so done and fed up with my old self, with the past versions of myself, that it just felt like by getting a new phone, it's like your personal assistant. You have your reminders on here. If you have your to-do list, you have everything. And by the way, I've never had a Google Pixel phone, so it took me 5 minutes. I'm not kidding, okay? It took me a while to figure out how to actually record a video on this thing. I've never had a Google Pixel phone. I've always had iPhones. I had a Samsung at some point, but I've always had iPhones. But I just said, you know what? I am done with iPhones. I am done with this old past version of myself. I want a fresh start, okay? And you don't need someone else to tell you that it's okay to let go, it's okay to release, it's okay to restart, it's okay to do things differently. I am telling you right now, at any moment you want a fresh start, you want change, you want to do things differently, you can. Quite literally decide right this second, you're getting a new life. Everything. You can change everything about yourself, okay? And a lot of it is physical. Sometimes, at least for me, I was stuck in this thing of like trying to change myself and evolve, and not change myself, but just like grow and evolve as a person inside. I was like healing my childhood wounds. I was evolving. I was healing the past. I was like internalizing everything mentally, right? I was trying to heal myself from the inside, but I was completely neglecting the outside. But the funny thing is, like, we're living a physical experience. Yes, we're spiritual beings, but we are having a physical experience, and three-dimensional things are just as important as anything else. And so when you change your physical world, when you change your environment, when you change your surroundings, when you change your outfits, clothing, you're changing yourself energetically too, because those physical things hold energy. Another thing, for example, right, I kind of live like a minimalist, which means I own few things, but I like nice things. So what I do is I buy a couple of things that are my favorite and I just wear them all the time. And recently for my birthday, I decided I will give myself permission to do whatever I want. Throw out anything you want, buy anything you want, do anything you want, do whatever you want. I don't know if I would recommend this, but that's what I did for myself, okay? And so as a result of that, I ended up throwing out most of my clothes. I said, I don't want this anymore. I don't want the memories associated with these outfits. I don't want to remember what I was doing when I had this shirt on, whom I was hanging out with. Get out of my life. Goodbye, please. You have served your purpose. Thank you. Bye-bye. And so I threw away most of my stuff to the point where I was like, okay, what do I wear now? So, but those things have energy. And when you release physical memories from your life. You are quite literally releasing the attachments and associations to those things. Like if you have a shirt that you wore on a date with just one person, every time you look at that shirt, you are reminded of that person, you're reminded of that memory, or even if not consciously, you are energetically reminded of that. So physical things hold energy. And same thing goes to your phone. I'm about to return this right now, which is why I'm in the car. I'm actually in the back of my car, because I just felt more comfortable here, and I cannot figure out how people station their phone to be held in the car. So I just put mine behind the seats. But yeah, I'm about to turn this in, which is why I'm in the car. I'm going to I'm saying a final goodbye to my baby iPhone. Okay, I love you, iPhone. Thank you for all the memories we have held, and you no longer serve me. So yeah, and the funny thing is, like, if you really can't commit to fully forever erasing it, put it somewhere, like on an iCloud or a USB. Initially I wanted to put it on a USB, and when I went to get a new phone, they said, oh, if you trade it in, we'll give you a massive discount for this new phone. And I said, sure, but I didn't want to, like, I wanted to transfer my things, you know, but I said I want it on a USB. I don't want it on this new phone. And it's funny because initially they tried putting everything onto this new phone. They hooked the cables together, and they tried to put everything from here to here, and I was like, please don't work, I don't want this. So what happened is that because my phone is like, the screen is coming off, what's been happening is that if I try to use this phone, it would just shut off for no reason. It would just go dark, and it would only work when it's plugged into the outlet. So when they were trying to transfer the data, it quite literally wouldn't work because my phone kept shutting off. My phone kept shutting off on me, and they wouldn't transfer the data by the cable to my new phone. So thanks to that, I was really able to not transfer nothing, and they said you can go to iCloud and like transfer it that way, but instead I just backed everything up to iCloud. But it's gone from my phone. It's, you know, it's not something I ever have to worry about being reminded of, because quite honestly, I didn't want to be reminded of my past. Yes, it serves a purpose. Yes, your past is like a valuable piece of your existence, but where is it? It exists in your brain. And unless it's something positive that gives you good feelings, why do you want to be reminded of something that is quite literally negative? It's way too hot in here. I'm gonna turn on the car. I'm like frying in here. Okay, so I'm hoping that the audio is not too messed up with the fan. But yeah, it's like your physical things, your shoes. Even I'm looking at my shoes right now because again, I'm trying to change every single thing about myself because that's what I want. Okay, when I decide I'm changing, I'm changing. Okay, and no one's gonna tell me otherwise. If I want to change something, I'm doing it. And I can be quite extreme. I don't recommend everyone to have like, because I'm, again, as a minimalist, right, maybe that's a whole another video, I'm gonna have like 1 or 2 pairs of shoes, like sneakers or whatever, that I really like, and it's gonna be my favorite shoes ever, but I'm gonna wear them all the time. And at some point when they're done, or I decide I don't like them anymore, I want something else, I'm going to release them and I'm going to buy new ones. And this way it's like, it's so much less mental effort, because you don't have to think like, what bag am I wearing today? That's gonna go with my outfits. I have one bag and I wear it everywhere. It goes with all of my outfits. Because I have all of my outfits go with everything. It's so much easier. I think they call it like the capsule wardrobe. One bag goes with everything. One shoes goes with everything because they're white. Okay, like everything goes with everything, and it just makes life so much easier. And again, if at some point like something happens, I feel like I no longer resonate with this old version of myself that carries this item, or I don't like the memories associated with this, I release it, and I do a whole ritual sometimes, and it's so powerful. So if you're feeling like you want to release certain aspects of your life, like your exes or your friends, even your friends, you know, because on my phone, like, I didn't really have exes, they were just friends that I'm no longer friends with, or they were just pictures from times and points in life that I'm not too happy remembering. And I said, why do I have to keep looking at this? Okay, I deserve a happy life. I'm gonna have a happy life. New phone, new life, new me. Hello. Okay, I'm gonna have to go turn this one in, but I hope that this video resonated with you, and I really just wanted to record this because it feels like the only content people actually want to watch of me on YouTube is when I talk about myself, because those are the only videos that get any views. So I'm gonna talk about myself and the stuff that I do, and that's one thing that I'm doing most recently. And again, it was not easy. It took me a whole day to say goodbye to this phone, to say goodbye to all the memories, and I didn't expect to cry. I didn't. When I clicked reset, factory reset, it means like, do you want to delete all the data on this phone. You guys want to know something funny? I just accidentally stopped recording because I thought that this phone was not recording because I'm still learning how to navigate. I've never had a Google Pixel. Okay, it's a little different. Judge me, don't judge me. It's just what it is. It takes a while. It takes a while to get used to your new stuff. Okay, sometimes it's not comfortable. You don't really know how to navigate it. You're like, how does this work? How do I shenanigans this thing? But you learn eventually. It will make sense. Okay, I just stopped recording the previous clip because I didn't understand if it's still recording or if it's paused. Because on the iPhone, when the button is like this, it means paused, okay? So sometimes your new life is like this. You're like, what's happening? I don't understand this, but the best way is just figuring it out one step at a time. You whatever it is you're doing, whatever it is you're changing, whatever it is you're releasing, you're gonna figure it out, okay? And the stuff is not gone. Like even if you delete everything, you can have it backed up somewhere. That's like, I feel like a good way to have a permission slip for yourself to just like back it up somewhere. And what I'm also getting is like, if you are releasing clothes or something precious to you that holds memories, a good way around that is understanding that it feels lighter and something better, more aligned will come into your life. Okay, for example, even these pants, I love these pants. You can't see it, okay? You cannot see these pants, but basically I like these pants a lot. They're like these baggy dark jeans getaway pants, and I only got them because I had to throw out my old pants, which were kind of worn down. And I don't know why, because I tried to get good quality clothing, but for some reason everything just broke on me. Everything broke on me at once. My pants broke, my phone broke, like everything just decided it's time to break. My sunglasses broke actually, which is why I had to get new ones. So sometimes, when something no longer serves you, it breaks. It breaks on its own. It breaks and it shatters, and it's not because it's bad, it's because it just means it's time for an upgrade. Okay, it's time to go. And for example, it works the same thing in life. When it's time for something new, you get an intuition, you know it's time for an upgrade. But if you don't change it, life is gonna force you to change. Okay, it's the same thing with my glasses. There's a car pulling in and that makes me feel really awkward, but it's the same thing with my glasses, because like when I had to get new ones, I've wanted new glasses for a while, and I said, okay, but I don't know what I want yet. So I kept wearing the same old scratched glasses until one day I kind of figured out, okay, this is what I want. I want full black glasses. This is not the shape that I thought I was going to get. I thought I was going to get a different shape. But the day I decided this is what I want, the same day, like an hour later, my old glasses broke. Like the side of here broke off. And I said, huh. So that's what happens. When you're ready for an upgrade, life just takes away the old thing, and it's not always bad. It's good. Okay, I'm feeling really awkward right now because there's someone else getting out of the car, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna hope that you got something out of this and it resonated. Sending you lots of love. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.